Oh man. Jeff wants to seed out the rest of the beans with this baby. And we got the Volvo over there, laid up.
I believe. $105 positive.
Cool.
Per ton. And then the next haul period is 120. And then they pay you trucking, $11 a ton is what we get. So that covers the trucking. And you
Just talking canola, getting the planter loaded. All right, planter's loaded up with canola. I'm gonna head out. We'll have to just tweak a few settings to get it back to canola from the corn. Then we'll be cruising. All right, I better fold this thing up. I got all these switches and shoot. Yeah, happy with the spacing and the depth.
Yeah, it's just a little bit deeper than last. It dries out, it won't blow out. It's right into the moisture there.
Right on.
Yeah, it looks good.
Well, all right. Had to figure a few things out. I had to call Jeff over. Kept getting these alarms on the planter. Reason being, the ground speed, or the speed on the GPS screen versus the speed of the tractor was not matching up. The planter thought it was going, I mean, it was all over the place. It was going 3 miles faster, 3 miles slower. So the discs spitting the seed out kept trying to adjust to that, and they were all over the place. Jeff had to change some settings so that it was more accurately reading my ground speed. That seemed to sort things out. It's going pretty good here. I am constantly getting these alarms. Oh, that's cool. This field's going to be interesting though. There's going to be a fair bit of overlap due to all the problems I was having at the start. We are getting a little bit of rain now. When I talked to Randy earlier, he was actually going to try and seed out the rest of those beans, get that drill emptied. Jeff had a dance recital to go to. Okay, good. Carry on here. Hopefully there's not too much more rain. It's not too bad right now. I'll let you know. Well, I'm not sure, but I might have to shut her down because of the rain. Getting these piles on every row, actually. I think that it's just getting stuck on its way down because it's wet and kicked back up by the discs, if that makes sense. Either way, losing a lot of seed that way. So until I can figure out why, I might have to stop. It does still seem to be going in the ground. Yeah, there's a couple on top here. There's one in the ground. There's another one. Sun's out again. Of course, right when I came back to the shop. Jeff's currently just blowing all the crap off of the discs.
The discs just on one section.
Okay.
We'll adjust the vacuum. And we can put some pails underneath and just spin the disc.
See what's happening.
Yeah, it's got to be. There, if you look on the inside of the disc, I blew it out, and there was actually some juice cube. So that was wet air that went through the fan. Then it caused, I think, the canola to just tack up a little bit. If we had the vacuum too much and you got that little bit sticky, even if it was going to drop it, if the vacuum was so strong, there's still a little crack there. And it could have just literally dropped and just gone back out. Which it had to. It has to. It's happened. Right?
Yes. We'll see. We'll investigate. So you don't think, you think you got the correct amount of holes set or whatever?
There's got to be more than 100 on that disc. Right?
Looking good. Fingers crossed, bud. Heading back out. Turn down the fan, suction speed a little bit, the vacuum, I guess I should say. And hopefully the lack of rain helps. So we'll go give it a test, see how she's doing. She's folded up again, heading back to the yard. One of the problems with this field has manure spread on it with straw, and it's kind of in lines down the field the way it was spread. So it's really thick in that part, and it keeps piling up in the planter. So we're gonna need to harrow this field. Also, we're gonna blow off all the sensors, or try to clean off all the sensors in our planter, and see if that helps with all the alarms, because they're still happening. Seeded about 13 acres of canola today. Well, we got all of our sensors blown off, wiped off. Hopefully that does the trick for us. Heading back down to the original spot. Meanwhile, Randy is gonna harrow one of the next places I'm supposed to go. Not the field I was just at, but another one that needs it. Great news. Planter is planting. Alarms are not alarming. I'm going over the last strip again. Who knows what happened before I got shut down by the rain. Looked like seed was still going in the ground, but as far as row spacing, gaps, overlap, all that kind of stuff, we'll see. As long as we got it figured out for good this time, I'll be happy. Anyways, time to turn. So long for now, planter. Made quick work of that field. Once everything was running smoothly, that was so much nicer. It was only 30 acres. Took a full 8 hours. Right now I'm just going to meet our buddy Shane out at the Volvo, because anywhere I can plant needs to be harrowed first. So no planting for now. And we're gonna see if we can get that baby running. Shane's a mechanic. He knows things. There's Randy. Good sign so far. We'll see when it wants to quit here. Shane thinks it might be sucking air somewhere. Never get this barley out of here at this rate. Is this longer than you had it running before? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that little guy. Plastic airlock.
Jeff's got the case in the shop. The drill is disconnected. Supposed to be going tomorrow. Oh yeah, Jeff is stripping all the monitors, all the wiring out of that tractor. Looks like Randy's just finishing up there. That looks a lot nicer. All that straw and manure spread out. Planter should have no problem with that tomorrow, which is when I'll see you again. So, until then, it's been a slice.